Welcome to 28 Days and Beyond.
Talk about our heritage and our culture.
I'm Amari.
Rysheema, welcome. Hey AJ,
Hey, hey. What's up? What's up? How you
how you
doing?
doing? I'm
Come on.
good.
One of the things that we are concerned about here on the show is, heritage, history, and culture, right? The state of Black people in the country and beyond. Um, we've said it, so many times on this show, this season in particular, that last year really posed a new set of challenges. So today
Yes,
we are joined by, say it again.
I said especially with COVID.
Oh yeah, and today
Mhm.
we're joined by an old friend of the show, Rysheema Dixon, who was a councilwoman at large in Wilmington, as well as an entrepreneur who really focuses on community outreach, community building. So we welcome Rysheema to the show, where we could talk about this and so much of what she's been up to over the past year. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you again.
Doing great. You as well.
See
You
you
as
too.
well.
We want to jump right in. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
conversation we've been having has been about, the transition that everybody has been going through with COVID, with the shutdown, with this global pandemic. For you as an entrepreneur and also as a city councilwoman at large, what has been your experience just over the past year since the last time we got a chance to talk to you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's actually interesting because I don't think I realized during the time of all my business aspects had to literally go online, and that included all 5 of my jobs. And I don't think I really understood. Yeah, I didn't really understand the magnitude of everything I was doing until the shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And from I was now had to teach online with my University of Delaware to my 3 businesses, which were I have contracts with the city of Wilmington regarding play streets, and we also were doing some pathways to apprenticeship. It actually cut right into the middle of my program where I had to put that online, as well as I had some other kind of just different, have an Energized Delaware contracts, all those things that I was doing in addition to being a councilwoman, all went online, and so did we. So all of our Zoom meetings for city council went online as well. It was really great that I could still be employed as an entrepreneur during that period of time. But it was so jam-packed that I didn't realize and really was stressed out. Probably, and then I also was moving. So it was like chaos for me, like when a pandemic first happened. But I think also, and we were affected by, loitering here in the city of Wilmington too, after George Floyd. And, I think I didn't realize too, as an elected official, we're always on, but nobody's really asked us how we really feel, right?
Yeah.
In the midst of trying to take care of other people. So it was a really challenging time, probably I'll say between that March to the summer, and really trying to just make sure my business stayed afloat as well as the city.
Wow.
Well, tell us a little bit more about that, because I know, I remember you would see things online saying, I'm calling out Black today, right? I'm taking off work because of, the experience of being Black in America is just too much to have to go into work. How was that for, considering, right, all the pots that you have your hands in that require you to be present, to be there, and you're also dealing with those sort of internal challenges. Like how did you work through that?
There was a lot of meditation and a lot of, I would say, what I'm still using, relaxation music to kind of get me back centered. And I actually found a life coach during that period of time, because it was so internal that I was battling with, that I needed to, and I felt like my 2 different worlds were trying to figure out how to work together, and I needed a break. And, going through my life coach actually really, really helped me out during that period of time to keep myself sane. Because typically I use my calendar to keep me sane, but I needed a little bit more extra
Wow.
this time around in
Hmm.
order to keep me into a place where so I can still stay balanced and healthy at the same time of trying to be in so many different places at one time.
I can imagine.
Wow.
And moving through that and moving through that space, how do you feel now, at this point with us having a new administration and it's seeming like we're heading towards healing?
Yeah, and it's new because, right, so Joe Biden, our president of the United States, is, Wilmington is one of his main places that he utilized during his campaign time. And, seeing the city in that capacity was phenomenal. I think our city hasn't seen that type of, I think, presence, I will say, from
Yeah.
Secret Service and all these other components downtown our area. But it was also an uplifting time, I think, for us as a city, and that we're still know that we're being looked at constantly, because this is where our president has, resided in and worked in, and the state of Delaware really has his eye on it now. I think people used to be like, Wilmington or Delaware, what? And now they actually know where we are. So we're also keeping up to make sure that we're on our game too, especially as people are looking at us.
That makes sense.
Now, what have been some of the biggest lessons? I mean, a lot of businesses went under last year. A lot of people were really struggling. And it sounds like, you were able to, I don't know if thrive would be the word, but you certainly were able to pull through. What are some of the lessons that you emerged from last year carrying with you?
I would say, perseverance and thinking outside the box was very much a key thing for me. And it made me think of, okay, if I can't get in this door this way, or this door closes, how can I find another way in order to still make change? The one thing I teach my students, that I teach social entrepreneurship, this is the prime time for social entrepreneurs. The times that you didn't see so many social issues that are exposed now because of COVID. Now there's so much that you can work with as far as a business. And you can say, how can I use these business principles in order to solve problems, like, and real root cause problems that we're seeing? We all know poverty, right, is crime and violence is an outcry from poverty, right? If you were in the same predicament in your neighborhood and you couldn't fend for yourself, what do you expect people to do, right? So finding ways and opportunities of how can I help solve that problem for that community is massive right now, that you can find all different types of ways to improve our communities and also put money in your pocket. And I was able to find those little need points in order to really make sure that my business stayed afloat, but also that I was still filling some type of need. And right now, workforce development is very well needed in this space. And that's what's part for me has grown the most, is because people need to work, and they got to get back to work due to COVID.
Well, where can people keep up with all that you're doing and get in contact with you to find out more about what's happening in Wilmington and also what's happening with your businesses? How can they keep in touch?
So you can always find me on, I have my RysheemaDixon.com website for the business. I have RD Innovative Planning.com that you can reach out. I'm on all the social media platforms from Facebook, Twitter to Instagram. And also the business is on all those platforms in addition to my councilwoman pages. And I'm very easy and accessible. I am probably one of the ones who probably should not always be available, but I am. This is my heart and my passion is people,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure that our people have what we need in order to thrive.
That's amazing. Thank you for the work that you do,
Yeah,
and thank you for joining
yeah,
again.
certainly. It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. I greatly appreciate it. It was good seeing you all.
Our
Yes, ma'am.
pleasure.
This has been another episode of 28 Days and Beyond.
And our culture. We'll see you next time.